All right, today's geometry lesson is actually an algebra review for some of the things that we have upcoming as we finish this unit on circles. We're going to have to use some of these factoring situations and multiplication situations that we learned in algebra. So we're going to do a review worksheet for that, and I wanted to go over a few of these with you. Your first set of exercises in this worksheet have to do with solving equations. Remember, we want to get all the variable terms on one side of the equation, everything else on the other side before we solve for the variable. We may have to distribute, we may have to put like terms together. In this case, we would distribute. Then we're going to move things so that we can get like terms together. Subtract our 6x from this side. Do the same from this side. Add 40 to both sides. And we get 2x equals 24, so x would equal 12. So those are simple equations, just some practice review work for you there. We've also got binomials. The second section of this review sheet are binomials that you're multiplying. Remember, binomials have two terms. We can use the FOIL method, which says that we multiply first times first. Then we multiply outside term times outside term. The I means inside times inside. And then L stands for last times last. So first times first, outside times outside, inside times inside, and then last times last. You can also just remember that each term in the first parentheses has to be multiplied by each term in the second parentheses. X times x would yield x squared. X times -1 is a negative x. 8 times x would give me a plus 8 squared, and 8 times -1 is a negative 8. When we put these together, we end up with x squared plus 7x minus 8, and that would be our answer. Our third set of review problems in this worksheet have to do with factoring. When you factor a trinomial, the first term has to be something you can take the square root of. If not, you may have to factor out a common term first. In this case, I can take the square root of x squared. I want to begin with my two sets of parentheses. The square root of x squared is x. Now remember, I'm looking for factors of 21 that added together equal 10. I may have to use both positive and negative factors to get to this. So factors of 21 would be 1 and 21, -1 and -21, 3 and 7, and -3 and -7. Now we can look from those sets of factors and realize that 3 plus 7 equals 10. So I've now factored that trinomial. And then the last set of practice are solving quadratics. When we have a trinomial that's equal to 0, we've set that up as an equation so we can solve for the value of x. Anytime you have a quadratic to the second degree, the highest exponent is a 2, you're going to have two answers to that quadratic. Our first step is to factor the trinomial here. Again, the square root of x squared is x. I'm going to look for factors of 20 that equal 9. I know that 4 times 5 equals 9, but I need -9. -4 times -5 also equals positive 20 when we multiply them and add up to -9. So my factors are -4 and -5. Those are equal to 0. We can't leave the 0 off. We want to set these up to be able to solve. And set this one up to be able to solve. And again, anytime you are solving a second degree quadratic, you're going to have two answers. You should be able to complete this worksheet from this review, and again, you can email me or put questions on the class wall. Thanks.